Okay guys, so this is the Holy Stone HS175D GPS drone. So it's advertised to shoot in 4K and fly for 23 minutes. And it comes with 2 batteries, so double that flight time. We'll see how much flight time we actually get in the flight test coming up next. And you can find this one out on Amazon. A product link is in the description box. Now, this little guy is 215 grams, so well below the 250 gram registration requirement here in the US. And just for context, let me show you what it looks like compared to the DJI Mini. Okay, so here's the HS175D on the right and the DJI Mini 2 on the left, of course. So you can see that they're pretty similar in size. The Holy Stone is a little bit longer, and looks like the form factor is just about the same, but once again, the Holy Stone is a little bit longer. Now, again, this one is 215 grams. This one is 249 grams. I can definitely feel the weight difference. This is all plastic, much like the DJI, which has it's a little bit different kind of plastic though, actually. I don't know. This one feels a little bit more, I don't know, well made, but we should expect that from DJI. Nonetheless, let's do another comparison look here. So as you can see, pretty similarly sized. This one seems to sit up higher. So it seems to sit up higher than the Mini 2, but not a whole lot of difference in terms of form factor and size. Okay, here's what we're looking at when the drones are both unfolded. And let's go ahead and do that comparison. So again, pretty similar, but again, the Holy Stone is a little bit longer than the Mini 2. So I'd say it's just has a slightly bigger footprint, and you can see that. But pretty small drones, both of them. This is really light filling, so I'm really curious how it will do in a little bit of wind. So we'll check that out in the flight test. It has brushless motors, 2 LED lights here in the front, and an optical flow sensor on the bottom that works up to 20 feet. Here's where the micro SD card goes. It accepts up to 64 gigabytes. And once again, you can see the 2 LEDs up front, and notice there are no LEDs in the front motor pods, just on the rear legs here. So you can see that. Now I mentioned that the drone is advertised to shoot in 4K resolution, but in the manual it says video resolution is 2688 by 1512p, not 4K, but photo resolution is 4092 by 3072p, which is 4K. So we'll just have to see when we review the footage what's up with all of that. You get 2 USB chargers for the batteries. It takes a couple hours to charge each battery. There's extra props in here. There's a screwdriver and extra screws in here. And you get a pretty thorough instructions manual. Here's the other battery. Let's check out the controller now. So this controller has an internal battery. You charge it up via micro USB right here. Here's where your phone goes. Auto takeoff, auto land button. Short press this button for headless mode. Long press to enter compass calibration mode. Hit this button to return to home. Here's your video and photo buttons. Tilt the camera up and down with these buttons over here. And this thingamabobber right here is an antenna. Press in on the right stick to change the speeds. You've got low and high. And everything fits nicely in this included carrying case, which is pretty nice. It's kind of a soft cover. It's a nice handle. So let's get outside and get this thing in the air. Hey, we're out here with the Holy Stone HS175D. We're going to do the compass calibration. Let's go ahead and get inside of the app. So right away, looks like it's giving us the option to go right into compass calibration mode. So I'm going to click on that. Calibration success. Okay, so that must have been the gyroscope calibration. This is to calibrate the compass, and you can see it's giving us instructions right on the screen. So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to rotate on the horizontal plane 2 to 3 times until the lights go from flashing slow to fast flashing. That's what the instruction says. Okay, so we can see that the lights are flashing quickly now. I'm going to point the drone vertically now, and we're going to rotate once more. And looks like vertically rotate 2 to 3 times until the lights go solid, and as you can see, that's what has happened here. So we have a successful compass calibration. Please take care of safety. Keep a distance of more than 3 meters between. Okay. Please wait until the status bar changes from optical mode to GPS. Okay, so we have to wait until we have enough satellites, and you can see that there in the app. You can see that it's searching for an adequate number of satellites. That's usually 7. I don't know that we'll see how many satellites we acquire here, but in general, that's how many you want prior to launching. And you can see here that we can tilt the camera using this little dial here, or slider I should say, on the screen. But we can also do that here by pressing and holding on these buttons on the right. See, we have a map here, so we can click in there. I click back out. Looks like there's a find drone feature there. Really cool. Okay, what is this? 50% remote control priority, unable to switch. Okay, so that's speed, right? Here are our features. So we've got follow me and orbit, looks like waypoints, so on and so forth in there. And let's go into the settings if we can. Okay, so we can go into beginner mode if we want. We're not going to do that. We're not beginners. And yeah, let's see, we can switch from video to photo here. And look at what it says. It says 2.7K at 25 frames per second. That's interesting because remember, the product listing says 4K. And I don't see any way to change that. So it sounds like, or looks like, this is actually shooting at 2.7K. Okay, take note of that. All right, I don't know if we have enough satellites or not, but we're gonna go ahead and launch. It looks like it's still searching. I'm gonna see if I can get the motors armed. Yep, so it will be inward here. And let's see if we can shut the motors down the same way. Yep. So to power up the motors or start the motors, you're coming in, and to shut down the motors, you're coming in again. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to take a photo here. So it doesn't look like we get any kind of feedback when taking a photo. I'm going to do that again. All right, I'm going to start the video. And let's do an auto takeoff. Okay, looks like you have to unlock the motors first. And we're going to do an auto takeoff. There we go. We are in the air. Now remember, this has the optical sensor that works up to 20 feet. So this should be pretty stable. I didn't see any indications that this has any kind of electronic image stabilization. So as you can see, it's going to pick up all of your movements. Okay, and this is the slow speed, or low. So you can see how the drone moves. That's how fast the yaw is in low. Let's kick it up to high by pressing in the right stick. And it looks like the yaw is about the same. Interesting. All right, so we're in high, I believe. So let's go ahead and fly out and just check the speed. Just doing some low altitude flying here first. And letting off the sticks. Looks like it tries to pick up some good speed. Okay, look at that. So this is a budget GPS drone. Okay, budget GPS drone. We're gonna go back down to low. And let's fly it out. And the low speed is useful for getting the smoothest footage. But I have to tell you, it doesn't seem like there's much difference in the two speeds. At least I'm not noticing it. Okay. And once again, we can pan the camera down. Let's see how far down it goes. Or tilt the camera down, I should say. Pretty far. I don't know if that's straight down. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yep, point straight down. And let's send it back up. Point it back up. And like I said before in the opening, this is a pretty light drone. There is really no wind today, so we won't get an indication of how well it does in wind, but as you can see, it holds its position pretty well. Pretty well. That's not bad at all. Okay, I'm going to stop the video. And I'm going to snap off a photo. Try it again. Okay, so the screen does kind of flash a little bit. Let's see if I can use myself as a subject. And we'll take a photo of me. Me and Jelly. All right. Let's see if the drone will stay put, which it is. Let's take a photo. Try that again. Not getting any indication on the screen. We're going to try it one more time. There we go. All right. Get the video back going. And let's go ahead and give this puppy some altitude. There it goes. That video feed looks pretty good. And you see we have some telemetry here. It's showing us our height in meters. We're up there about 50 meters. That's about 150, 160 feet. And we've got distance as well. And looks like we've got a little bit of a radar there as well. You can see there in the bottom middle of the screen. Okay, I'm gonna do a slow pan. Let's see what kind of footage we can get here. And once again, this is 2.7K at 25 frames per second. 25 frames per second. Okay, we've got Reed Lake out there. And I'm going to actually pan the camera down a little, if I can. Let's bring it down a little, just like that. Yeah. And let's continue to pan. Pretty good with no wind. Not seeing much distortion there on the horizon, but I am seeing some. And let me take that camera all the way up so we can check that out. Okay, so we've panned all the way around now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fly it out. So that's full stick ahead. Full stick ahead, and you can see what the image is doing as we're flying, just flying straight out. So you can see that. So that's the type of footage you're gonna get. Let's make sure, let me see what speed we're in. Yep, we're in 50%, so that's low. Let's go up to high. I believe that's what we just did. Let's just check. Okay, yeah. So let's see. I'm just gonna fly back. Pulling the stick back. And we're just flying back, full stick. Yep, I'd say that's moving quicker. And you can see what's happening on the screen, letting off the stick now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can snap off some photos while we are filming video. Let's see what happens here. I think that worked, but I'm going to stop the video and take a photo. There we go. And let's get the video going again. I'm going to fly it back out. All right, I'm going to fly the drone back out, and then we're going to do a return to home. Let's test that out. Now, I am not 100% certain that we have adequate satellites, because you can see what that icon is doing. Okay, not real sure of that. And I'm going to go back to the low speed again. Drone is quite wobbly when in the fast rate. Okay, let's try return to home. We're going to press that button right now, and you can see on the screen it says going home. Let's see what it does. So it's climbing. Nope, it's not climbing at all. It's just coming back at the same height it was at. Let's see what it does. Okay. All right, it has come back. I'm going to check the instructions manual to see what the indication is of having adequate satellites, because I'm not real sure what that indicator is. Okay, there's the drone. Let's see how close it gets. We took off from there. That's not bad. I'm going to cancel that just by giving it some throttle. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's stop that video. Okay, I'm going to start the video again, and let's try some of the features. So let's click in there. Let's see. Let's click that first icon. It's not optical positioning mode. Can't start vision following. Okay. I guess if you turn off GPS, you can use that mode. But let's keep going. Let's see what this one is. When the positioning distance between the aircraft and the mobile, I guess it's not far away enough. Let's go back. Let's try this again. Less than 5 meters. Okay, I need to go back even further, looks like. Okay, let's press it. 5 meters is about 15 feet. Okay, so let's go back even further. Let's try this again. Boom. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What is this? Orbit, right? What is it going to do? Circle. Okay, we see in the right. Okay, we've got some options here. Okay, that's the direction. Unable to fly around. Please raise. Okay, so we've got to go up in altitude some. And I'm going to point that down. Let's try it. Unable to fly around, please. Okay, so oh, we know what our height is right on the screen. I forgot to just use the telemetry on the screen. So we got to be at least 15 meters high. Please make sure the flight height is higher than the surrounding buildings. Okay, let's click confirm and see what it does. What is it doing? Okay, it's doing an orbit. Okay, so this would be, you know, kind of a point of interest kind of a thing. So you can see what it's doing. And, you know, these budget drones, they do these functions okay, but, you know, they're not the best. But you can see what it's doing there. All right, let's stop that. Let's see if we give the drone an input, if it'll stop. Nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like we actually have to stop that on the screen. I don't like that. Can't say that I like that. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Let's try the follow again. So we're plenty high and plenty far away. I'm going to bring it down. And then let's see if I can point the camera down so we can get in the frame. All right, let's walk now. Let me grab the leash here. Let's see what it's gonna do. Bring it down some. Oop. Okay. I don't know. Is it supposed to follow? Okay. I do believe it's pointing towards me. Let me raise that up. Yeah, it's keeping me in the middle of the frame. But it doesn't look like it's actually... Oh, it's moving now. Okay, the video stopped for some reason. Let's see if we can start that again. Okay, so it looks like it is following me. Keeping me in the middle of the frame. Okay. That actually works really well. Let's see if I can get closer. See what it does. Nope, it's backing up. It's backing up. Okay, so it's going to keep that distance. Let me see if I can bring it closer manually. Yep, I can. But now looks like I've confused it. It's going back, going back, going back, going back. All right, let's walk and see what happens. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna cancel that. It works okay, but again, these budget drones, they're not the best with these additional features. So let's get out of there. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got waypoints, right? Okay, let's see if we can use the waypoints. I'm gonna give it some altitude. How are we doing on battery? I'll have a flight clock up in the upper left-hand corner to keep track of our flight time. Let's just give it some altitude there. All right, now let's see. Can I zoom in? I can zoom in. I'm just gonna give it some points to fly. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. Okay, now how do I get it to do it? Do I press this here? Yes. Okay. Check it out. Now that's cool. Make sure I have enough altitude. It's booking too. And I hope it comes back. And you can see what the video looks like there. Oh wow. I think that's the first one. So it's going out to the first one. And now it's, okay, yeah, it's going to the first one. Then it's doing the second one out there. And I think I want to give it some more altitude if I can. Yep, I can. Just to make sure we clear any and all obstacles. But it's out there doing it. And now it's going to waypoint 3. Let's go back to the video feed. Oh, there it is. Right there. And it's doing its thing. That's pretty cool. I wish there was a way to control the flight speed though. To see if we could get smoother footage. Alright, let's see where we are. Okay, we're coming up on 4 now. And I like the fact that you can change the height. Let's see if we can change the position of the camera. Nope. The yaw is not functioning, so it's pretty much locked into its direction that it's facing. But it works. It works. Can't lie, I was a little bit, it's a little nerve-wracking there. Okay, let's see if we can get back over to us now. Let's fly back over to us now. There we are. And let's come on back. And put that camera all the way up. There we go. Okay. There it is. All right, letting off the sticks, and you can see what happens there. It's just going to pick up. There's no gimbal or any kind of image stabilization or anything like that, so it's going to pick up everything. Let's see, anything else? This I can't start vision. It's not an optical positioning mode. I wonder if that's headless mode. So let's bring it down and let's test it out. Darn good flight time here. Darn good flight time, advertised at 23 minutes per battery, and we've got 2 batteries, and doesn't look like it's close to slowing down at all yet. Okay, there's the drone, guys. And of course it looks like a little Mavic, like many of these budget drones. They take their design cues from DJI, so that's what it looks like. You've got the LEDs in the back. There aren't any identification lights in the front, which is a little bit different. Okay, let's stop the video to make sure we have it. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. I'm going to press that button. That puts it in headless mode. Let's see if that does anything. No. Let's back up. And let's try it again. Okay, I can't figure that out. I'll go ahead and take a look at the instructions manual and see if I can figure that one out. But let's fly it around a little bit. I'm going to put this sucker in high. And let's just let's see how it flies as sort of a sporty drone. See how it flies. Now we can tell our orientation because we see that the back of the drone has the green lights, and when it's facing us we can see those 2 white LEDs in the front. But I kind of wish it had some red identification lights in the front there, because that definitely helps with keeping orientation of the drone. Not super fast at all, but the drone flies well. Can't say that, you know, can't say that it's sporty. Can't say that it's sporty at all, but hey, you're going to get plenty of flight time out of this drone, and in windless conditions it's going to be fairly stable. Now once again, the video you're going to get out of this, it's unless you fly it very slow and deliberate. And let's actually try that. I'm going to give it some altitude, and let's start recording. Let's go to the low mode, and I'm just going to give it a little pitch, just a little. See if we can get some steady footage here. Uh-oh, it's going home. Okay, our battery, that's not home. Where are you going? Okay, all right, okay, you found home. Okay, now it's coming home. All right, that's our battery, guys. So curious how much flight time that was, but yeah, it pretty much stopped and came back, and it's landing. Let's see if we can control it. We can. I'm going to stop it so that I can guide it in, and we'll land it. And I'll put the other battery in, and we'll do that smooth video test again, and then we'll wrap this thing up. All right. Actually, I'm gonna hand catch it. Why not? That's easier. All right. Okay, a little information about this optical mode. So optical mode is what the drone will be in when it doesn't have enough satellites. When you have enough satellites, you'll see it'll show green in GPS mode. If the drone has not acquired enough satellites. It'll stay in red, and that'll be optical mode. Okay, so as you can see, we have enough satellites here. I've already calibrated the drone. Let's pull that camera up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get in the air. I'm gonna start the video, unlock the motors, and I'm just going to push up on the throttle and get us in the air. All right, so what I want to do, we are in the low mode. So I just want to kind of see if I can fly this thing smooth and steady so that we can get smooth and steady footage. Let's see what we can do. It's really slow and deliberate. There is a little movement, but that's pretty still. All right, that's pretty still. Okay, so just pushing ahead here, just slightly. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it some yaw. We're going to yaw to the right. Try to stay smooth. Okay, wait a minute. What's our range doing? Now remember, we have this antenna doohickey pointed towards the drone here. Let's see. Haven't had any range concerns at all, but right now I think we're at our range limit. It's 112 meters. See if I can turn the drone. Yeah, right now I don't have control. There we go. Let's try pushing ahead again. Okay, we've got control again. Okay, and I was going to try a smooth turn. But yeah, I'm thinking our range is about 125 meters. That's not a lot. That's, let's see, let's say 400 feet, give or take. About 400 feet. Okay, it's still responding, but not very well. See, I'm trying to yaw, and there's a delay in the feed there. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna give some final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up the video. Let's see. Oh, check that out. It's not a bad shot, and the skeeters are getting bad, and I ain't trying to get eaten alive out here. So let's see if we can't wrap this thing up. I'll take a photo of that. Why not? Take another photo here. Uh-oh. I hear the darn bugs now. All right, let's get her home and let's wrap this up.
So there you have it. I've always had positive experiences with Holy Stone drones, and I have to say this was another overall positive experience. This is a $200 drone, and I'd say it's pretty comparable to other drones at that price point. Just know that you'll probably be itching for something better after a while. My top 3 pros: number 1, flight time; number 2, its small compact size; and number 3, video and photos are decent if you fly slow. My top 3 cons: number 1, the quote intelligent features unquote aren't great, but they seldom are on these budget drones. Number 2, the drone is advertised to shoot in 4K, but actually only shoots in 2.7K at 25 frames per second. And 3, you will get some distortion on the horizon if the drone isn't darn near perfectly level in the air. And I almost forgot, I actually need to add a 4th con, which is limited flight range. In my testing, I was only able to get up to 400 feet of range. All right, y'all, check out some other Gadget Inspector videos if you like this one, and you know I appreciate you so very much. Be good to somebody, be good to yourself. Later.